Welcome, my friends. We have a super long Spartans Legacy Aurora recap with Dark Looter Z. We're gonna do a lot of stuff. I'll give you the time breakdowns. We're gonna start with a couple hit-ups, and we had some really strong hit-ups, and I will, let's actually forget my attacks. Let's go with, I'll maybe put those in another video, but let's go with Legend Killer Max himself. We'll just do one hit-up, and then we'll get to the 10s, and I'll even show Dark Looter's Town Hall 10 3-stars as well. Then we'll get to the 9s. The 9s will be the last. If you do want to skip ahead, you can more than do so, but this was a crazy war. 17 Town Hall 10 3-stars, which is unheard of. That's just magnanimous craziness. The Spartans Legacy people were on fire. Actually, all cylinders were working. Our Town Hall 9s went fire, our hit-ups went on fire, and the 10v10s, of course, with 9 pulling it out clutch. I will show a couple process videos, but anyways, on the first attack here, if you're looking for a strategy, kind of a ring type base, you might face this, guys, in your regular clan wars. A lot of people say all you use is CWL type bases. Well, this is something you would probably might see in a regular war. A type of ring type base, a little bit different, a little bit harder than a ring type, but on these ring types, I do like queen walks on a lot of these bases. The reason why queen walks do such a good job is because they can create a nice funnel for your troops to push into the core. Now, it won't always work, and sometimes you will end up failing, of course. But anyways, here's a nice queen walk. We'll speed up this hound kill because why not? Always have to put down the poison. Guys, again, if you forget to put your poison down when the CC comes out, all I have to say is just, you know, once you put your healers down and put a rage, scroll over to the poison bar because you know, just plan ahead when you're going to kill the CC. And when you know the CC's coming out, you already have the poison queued up. You can push it down and then you won't forget. Some people do forget the poison. You don't, it's very common. It's very common indeed. A nice walk. Unfortunately, he is going to lose a couple of the healers. I think he loses 2, 3 even, in fact. He tried to charge in there. He did get the EA, but you notice the queen got the job done. Even though she's about to die pretty soon because all the healers are dead, getting the job done. Look at this, a wall breaker fail, but thankfully, Bowler's able to smash in there, King able to help out. Anyways, the bowlers, golem, king, what you typically do on these sort of queen walks, you typically meet up with your queen with golems, bowlers, king, something like that. That helps the funnel, and then you send in Valkyries to the core. Now, do you always have to do this? No, of course not. There are many different strategies to get these bases down, but Valkyries are a nice kind of approach into the core. Very close down to the wire, though. I would say that was very fortunate. He had 1 Valkyrie left on the town hall, and if for whatever reason it died, it got flung up by a spring trap, it would have been a fail. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Max showing us that it is beautiful. Now we get to the good stuff, guys. Again, I'm going to skip ahead of some of these other guys, Groovy Tony's and Mice's 6-pack as well. But we're going to start from Milsey himself on the 10v10. There's a lot of different strategies. I'm going to give you dragons, I'm going to give you Lalo, and I'm just going to talk up our Spartans Legacy players. So I've always said, you know, Spartans Legacy, you know, I don't even know what to say about them, but they're just amazing. I must say they are some of the best players in the world. They are. I mean, top clan in the world. And more than that, they're just lots of fun. I feel like a clan strength is more than attacking. It's in the community. It's in the mutuality. No, it's in the connectedness of the clan. And if you have a good clan vibe, which requires good leadership, you know, the clan is only as good as the leaders within it. It's just like an army, right? If you don't have good leaders, imagine. Did you ever watch the movie Band of Brothers? Where they had who was it? It was, what was his name? The guy from Friends who played the he was their captain, and he wasn't good in combat, so they had him removed. They asked to get him removed. Anyways, I forget his name, but anyways, so again, it's only as good as the leaders. You've got nice Suicide Lalo. Now you might be wondering, what in the world is he doing? So I can't pause any stuff, but guys, there's 2 entry points you can make on this attack. You either come from 12 or you come from right onto the Inferno at, say, at like 9 o'clock. You would never come from 3 o'clock, guys. You always create that funnel. The whole point is the king and queen created the funnel. So the loon pathing will go right to the Inferno Tower, which helps, and then they'll just shift on down. Now the Teslas did allure them away in the sweeper, but the good thing about it is he has a lot of loons here in the core. Now what he's got going for him in the core here, he's gonna drop heal spell probably in the middle of this on this Tesla farm, or does he wait? Okay, he does drop it right where the Tesla farm is. So again, the whole point of this is just beautiful pathing. You just kind of overwhelm the base. Now, why a Suicide Lalo on this one? Well, there's a couple strategies. So as far as a base builder, if you're looking to, a lot of people, even certainly in your clans, I notice, regular clans, they'll try to mass miner or bitch bases. Now, you can defend against it. There's many tricks to do it. You should watch my base building videos. But so a lot of clans will look to do that first. And if it fails miserably, then they'll search for a Suicide Lalo base. And the reason why they'll do that is because it has great power. Suicide Lalo, it has a very huge amounts of power. And the reason why certain bases are just susceptible to it. And here's another one, and I'll tell you why. Now this time, what you want on the Suicide, you're going after a couple objectives. You don't always have to go after air defenses, nor do you always have to go after Inferno Towers. It just depends on the base. Sometimes you go for Archer Towers, Expos. Sometimes you can even get the Queen if she's stuck out right on the corner. So it all just depends here. Now Mudkey, this is a nice hit indeed. Now this was tried with dragons. Now the same sort of strategy. I actually showed this on stream. Who was this one? It was Lloyd. Yes. No. Nos. No. Who hit this first? I can't remember who hit this first, but it doesn't matter. Same strategy that this was proven. This was it's like a Suicide Lalo in the sense of he used a couple giants to help the Queen, and then the Queen's going to get this other air defense. Now in this previous attacks, it was done by using dragons, but they, a tweak was made. It would make a nice tweak video, but we don't have time for as many tweak videos. So look at the value here. No Infernos are down. You might be wondering, well, how is he going to 3-star this? I mean, there's 2 Inferno Towers up. He didn't even kill the Queen. And, I mean, this is, it seems like it's going to be a fail, right? You're like, oh, how is he going to get it? Well, here he comes in. Now, he's choosing to come in at 12 o'clock. Now, I've already said you could, coming in at 6 would probably be the best attack here, but he is kind of doing a double whammy attack, 12 and 3, kind of at the same time. You notice he didn't, lots of times you wait to bring in your loons as they, circle around the base. You kind of meet them up together, but you notice here, brought in his 3 o'clock loons a little bit quicker. But he did create the funnel to this Inferno. You notice, guys, he had a haste here to the Inferno. The Queen pathed everything to the Inferno, so it was a complete massacre of this base by that. So it's just, he still came in at 6 o'clock, sorry, 6 o'clock to the Inferno by creating that funnel, but he just delayed it a little bit. He could have taken out the Inferno at the beginning, but he just decided, you know what, he's going to keep these loons up as the 12 and the 3 o'clock meet up together. So again, it's not like, I mean, the heroes did the job that was needed, and Mudkey's showing us beautiful indeed. So it's, that's the thing. Every base calls for something a little bit different, and you can't really, sometimes I'll say, well, you drop your loons after maybe an air defense goes down. It is a good signal to bring in your other hound as your loons are pathing up to the other air defense. Does that make sense? I've talked about it over and over, but that one was just a little bit different. So here again, guys, a little bit different. King is here for just funneling. It's making sure the Queen goes over to the town hall. That's why the King is there. Now, unless the Queen's going to shift back around. Now, she'll go over here, yep. And then he's going to wall break in for the King to get this other air defense. Very nicely done. And he's got a wizard to try to help out, but not quite. But it doesn't matter. King is going to be able to get that air defense. A beautiful use of the King and Queen. So 2 air defenses are already down, and so the Queen is just going to walk here, and he's got a couple wall breakers. Now you notice he's not going to be breaking in too deep. He only has 5 wall breakers, but he's already done a lot. Look at this. The Inferno Tower is all alone, so if he did want to push into the Inferno with loons, which he probably will, he might, I don't know, it just depends. It's a free pathing right to the Inferno. You just need a haste, send in a kamikaze loon, a Coco loon, as I've said that before. That's one loon that triggers the red bomb. And then that'll get the job done. So there's the wall breakers. He's going to break in to get the Expo and the enemy Queen. And beyond that, the Queen will just do the rest of the job. So Golem in the CC, that Golem is there to protect against miners or miner attacks. But it is susceptible to ground. But anyways, very nicely done taking out this whole kind of section over here. Now time is not too much of an issue, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to see Hugin's hit. Look what I told you, but he did not send in the Coco Loon. I'm a little disappointed, Hugin. Hugin, I'm going to call you out. Even though you 3-starred this, I bet he's got a red bomb right here. Does he? Maybe he doesn't. Yeah, there's the red bomb. See, but he has the heal right behind. Okay, well, I can forgive you for that one. I didn't know if you were going to put the heal there, but since you put the heal there, I guess the kamikaze loon was not necessary. But typically, guys, if you a lot of times you don't have that heal spell, or you might not have the heal spell to do that. So what that meant, did you see that one loon pop out? If he sent one loon and then waited about 3 seconds, wait about 2 or 3 seconds, and then you send in the rest of your loons, what that means is that one loon will trigger all the traps, all those red bombs around it, and then from there on out, you can you know, your main bulk of the loons will stay alive. That means when they get to the Inferno, they won't die out right afterwards. But he had the heal spell there. But anyways, make sure you think about that. And man, what a beautiful attack! So beautiful, guys. This is just, I don't even know what to say. This is taking forever. Though this is going to be a super long, we're already at 11 minutes. I got to keep going. Map 7, Shing himself. Oh, this was hit live on stream. This was another marvelous attack. Now, this, guys, was a totally fresh hit. No attack before was used like this. There was no scouts using dragons. Totally fresh and very beautiful use of King King and Queen walk. Now here comes the Queen, and she's just going to charge right in and get this beautifulness. Now you notice, guys, a lot of wall breakers on this one, bringing a lot of wall breakers, and that's for the Queen. Now look at this, guys. The golem goes over to the to the King, which is very helpful because the Queen is able to get down Inferno Tower and the air defense. Now he puts the rage down to help her get through some of these storages, and very nicely done. He's going to get right through there. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful use, beautiful awesomeness. And here comes the rest of the wall breakers. Now, I would pause it, but if he did not bring wall breakers on this cannon, what that means is the Queen would have hit a wall, and she would have her value would have plummeted by probably like 50%. She would have had almost zero value after this initial push. A lot of players just break in the first compartment and they forget to keep her moving onward. You know, it takes her, I should do a video. How long does it take for a Queen to get through a wall? Is it like 12 seconds? Maybe it's longer than that. We'll have to time it. It may be about 12 seconds. And here comes the rest of the wall breakers to open up this inner core compartment so she gets the enemy Queen. She'll get the other air defense, she'll get some archer towers, and she got a sweeper as well. That is just amazing value. Again, if you did not bring wall breakers, she would still be stuck on that wall, and it would have been a time fail because this did come down close to the wire in the end. And here comes the dragons at 3 o'clock. Now, perfect dragon funneling for the dragons, everything doing nicely. They're pathing directly right into the Teslas, to the Inferno Tower, and he's got back-end loons with the haste spell to take down that final air defense. So again, with dragon attacks, just be sure to be aware of that, guys. He's got goblins down for cleanup. Look at this beautiful. Goblins are amazing. If you don't know, guys, please get those goblins down for cleanup. If you notice, there's a lot of storages out here on the outside. They do great against town halls as well. They're way better than archers. If he brought archers here, it could have ended up as a time fail. Time was an issue on this one, but we'll speed this one up. Map Shing himself. Now, Shing is the one who designed my overlay. You see my awesome overlays in War and I've got above me? Shing did that, so please give him props. Please smack that like button for Shing, showing us that 3-star really solidified the war for us. With that one, it was domination. Man, we are moving along to number 22. We are hitting Hex himself. Guys, what is the theme here? Theme here is La Low. Now, some people can't La Low, and I've talked about this over and over. And the reason why spam attack is terrible, because La Low is the hardest thing to do in Clash of Clans. Now, the reason why it's the hardest, it's harder in Hogs, and I say it's harder in Hogs because pathing-wise. It's much more difficult to path your loons. People don't understand pathing. They don't really understand when to put loons down or how to put loons down. Does that make sense? Here's pathing for you. He's got loons on this archer tower, loons on the cannon, and he's got loons all around here, guys. Look at this, guys. He's covered every single of these defenses. Here comes the other hound. Now, he brought this other hound in right when this first air defense dropped. That's good timing. And he's brought side loons over here as well. Now, everything's pathing nicely here. Look at this beautiful pathing. Everything going right to the Inferno Tower as it should be. maybe a tightly sladly, that's not a word. Yeah, unfortunately, he did not get this wizard tower down over here. He didn't put quite enough loons on for the wizard tower, so maybe a slight mistake there. Or maybe he did and it just, oh, there was a red bomb, wasn't there? There was a red bomb over here, it took him out. That's what I remember. It doesn't matter though. I mean, look how many loons he's got up left. Tons of loons up, so even this final wizard tower is not even going to be a problem because it's just domination. Way to go, Hex. Way to go, Hex. See those red bombs, man, they can totally massacre loons. So beautiful attack, perfect pathing. And at this level, yeah, I know y'all are just like, well, this is so unfair, Halo. I mean, this is so unfair. I mean, these guys are just too good for us. Well, yeah, I mean, they are too good for you. I'm just kidding. No, they're just, I mean, they've just put the time in. You know, practice makes perfect. They say it takes 10,000 hours to be a professional at a master at something. Yeah, you're just gonna have to get out there and try harder. I don't know. Figure out what to do with your troops. The main thing is it's not necessarily. I mean, entry points do matter. Figuring out what strategy to use. But the thing is, it's more than just strategy as well. It's placement. I feel like, you know, people just want the strategy, right? They want to watch YouTube videos for the strategy. Oh, give me the plan. I want the plan. Well, I mean, honestly, a lot of plans can work. It's about execution. So if you can't execute properly and say you enter in, so after you do this suicide la low, you enter on the wrong side. Maybe you'll come in at, people will come in at 12 o'clock or at 6 o'clock and they won't enter in the proper, that's just poor execution. That's bad loon placement. That's what is, I think, more important is loon placement and where you put your troops in. Does it make sense? More so than maybe per se strategy. Yes, certain strategies are better than others. However, it's a lot of strategies these days can work at 10 on 10. I mean, you can hog bases, you can, heck, I even showed a Valkyrie hit. You can do that. I mean, La Low is brilliant. I mean, if you're wondering about Queen Walks or Suicide La Low, just practice over and over Suicide La Low bases. They work really well. Now, if you have a damaged CC, what do you do? Can you do a Suicide La Low? Well, you can, actually. Depending on, you can do tweaks to it. You can bring a golem. You could lure the CC if it's lureable. You can change it up. Instead of a suicide la low, why don't you bring a queen walk la low, kill the CC that way? Or a damaged CC's a great attack as gobo la low, because see, the queen and the golems get huge value with the damaged CC. Now damaged CC means you know, like dragons, loons, witches, things of that nature. So a lot of people complain, well, oh, it's so easy to hit these 3 stars with a lava loon or a golem in the clan castle. Well, actually it's harder, honestly, guys. It's easier to 3-star bases with damaged CC, in my opinion, than with the Hound, because it gives you more options for the Queen. You can use big, decent, good kill squads, and the Queen gets so much value if there's not a Hound or a Golem in the CC. So, anyways, yeah. So you can't complain about that. It's not about the bases. I feel the thing is, guys, everyone wants to know the trick to the bases. It's just execution. Hey, here we go. Lloyd with a nice golem push. Now look what's going to happen here. And this is what I'm talking about. I think there's a damaged CC in this. If I remember correctly, or maybe there isn't, but I think there could be. I watched this replay, but anyways, doesn't matter. Using king and bowlers for the core. Okay, there's no damage CC. It looks like he's going to use the queen elsewhere, because if there was a damage CC, oh no, the queen is coming in. Oh, it's a golem. Okay, so see, okay, it's kind of like a damage CC. Now the thing about golems, bowlers rip golems to shred. On a big bowler push, golems are actually not the greatest. The reason why people use golems these days is to stop minor attacks. They really do a handful to them. But so you notice, look at the golem just massacred. That means queen still has huge value. Here comes the hogs in, doing nice work. Hogs are kind of like loons, but typically on hog attacks, you actually spam them up a little bit more. Now, I wouldn't call it spam it. You group them up a little bit more than you do with loons. And why do you do that? Well, they just work better together, unlike loons. You can save some back end hogs if you want. Again, but Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 9 hog attacks are a little bit different. Execution in my opinion. But anyways, see, look at this, guys. Look at the kill squad. The queen is still alive. Now, if there was a hound in there, she would have, been stuck. She wouldn't have gotten any damage, and so you couldn't have run this sort of strategy. And this was a massacre as well. Very nice attack. Very strong, very powerful. Baby dragon, look at that baby dragon up. 3 bowlers, look. He's got 3 bowlers still alive, guys. 3 bowlers still alive, plus a number of hogs. Thank you, Lloyd, for showing us. And that, my friends, concludes the Town Hall 10 3 stars from our end. So let me give some love to some of the Town Hall 9s, and let's do let's show love to Lay, baby Shane. Let's show some love to Lay using lo and behold, it's going to be, it looks like a single golem, some wizards, and king queen behind, I imagine, to take down the enemy queen. Again, this is kind of a gobo la lo, but there's no bowlers. Sorry, I don't think he's going to bring bowlers. It's just going to be straight, probably a hound in the CC. And the whole point of this golem here is to tank for the king. Now, all it did was it provided enough time to funnel the outside, and then the king was able to get the enemy queen. And how is he going to handle the CC? Well, I think this is probably, I don't know if this is the second hit on it or not, but it's probably a hound in the CC. Now, if it wasn't a hound in the CC, guys, you could just lure it and do the same trick. You could lure the CC if needed, or do whatever have to, but there was a hound in there, so he's just gonna lie low. And now, whatever reason you might, you can use this sort of strategy and still have the queen and take out the CC. He's got poison. See, the queen has full health. Even if the CC was coming down with witches, you could do double poison on it and kill it as well, if you needed to. So it's not the end of the world, because I've said before, you can use a golem to kill out the CC. The golem tanks for the king, you get the queen down, and you still have your queen ability. It should be still in the bag if you execute properly, even the takedown. But anyways, guys, beautifully done. Thank you, Lay, for showing us. That is a nice attack indeed. Swagging some spells. And I'm getting tired. It's 22 minutes long, and I'm still rolling with the punches. Who's up next? Dirty Tina? Who have I not showed in a while? Bat? I showed Bat. Weddy, Vitamina, Vita, Bat, Boop, Dirty Tina, Birdie, Bruno. Let's do Tyler. He's hopped on the stream. Let's give some love to ASIP Tyler. Ooh, Queen Walk. Okay, you notice most attacks these days have been La Lo. La Lo is super powerful. Again, if you don't know how to La Lo, please go watch my videos. Please subscribe if you're new. But go watch my videos. I have Town Hall 9 La Lo. I have Town Hall 10 La Lo. La Lo is very difficult. It can be very difficult. So just, yeah, guys, I don't know. You're just going to have to practice. That's all I have to say. Eventually it'll click. You'll begin to understand how to drop your La Lo. Again, it's not about entry points all the time. Everyone's looking, well, how do I enter a base? I mean, sure, entry points matter. But again, it's about execution. How do you handle your hogs? How do you handle your loons specifically? And that's why I don't like spam attacks. That's why I don't like spam attacks. Because, and the reason I don't like spam attacks is because you don't have to worry about that. You just drop your troops down and you just hope and pray. It's a spray and pray mentality, and you hope you get that 3-star, and it doesn't require any skill. Anyways, he's bringing in some wall breakers here, and he's going to try to get the queen in to this compartment, I believe, right here. Yep, exactly. Trying to get the queen into that compartment. And there it goes. There she breaks in. Gonna funnel with a wizard so she won't step on out and waste time. She will go in, get the expo, get the sweeper. She'll get the enemy queen and king as well. So gonna have to drop the rage here to help her out. She'll probably have to use ability because she's encountering king. Oh, okay, queen, not at the same time. King first and then the queen. That's actually fortunate. If the queen locked onto her, she would have had to pop that ability. Just because she can't handle both heroes at the same time, if that makes sense. Anyways, ASAP, doing some nice work. Ooh, the loons. Oh, look at that. Beautifully executed hound. Again, I can't pause it, but he could have put this hound over here at 3 o'clock, and it would not have triggered those 2 red bombs. And if the 2 red bombs were not triggered, and they hit these loons right here, these loons would already be dead. This expo would have not have dropped. And that would have probably been a fail. Not necessarily totally been a fail, but it could have easily been a fail, especially if that expo stayed alive. It could have been a fail easily. So again, if it's a fresh hit, you might not know where it is, but you can guess always. Most people put red bombs near Wizard Towers, away from air defenses, or near Tesla farms. So if you see those things pop, you should realize, hey, I should put my hound near there so it'll path over, trigger all that good stuff. Or if you can't path a hound over, you can just whatever. You can put a kamikaze loon, a cocoa loon, as some would say. And yet again, here is Z Goodnight showing us last attack of the day. See, look at this, guys. Here's a damage CC. Here's a damage CC, and you can still take it down. I mean, you don't, even with the La Low. Like a lot of people say, well, you know, oh, you never show damage CCs. Here's a damage CC just right here for you. So Z Goodnight showing us that, you know, even if it wasn't loreable, you still got the Queen Walk, right? You still got the Queen Walk. You can eventually get the CC down. So anyways, you can't complain, guys. It's not about, I think, again, I'm going to say it over again, everyone's looking for that easy strategy, and sometimes it just takes some work. But Z Goodnight, Z Goodnight showing us, you know, we're going to speed this up. It's getting long, and my voice is getting tired. Talking for y'all try to talk for 25 minutes straight and see how that goes for you. Anyways, this is actually, I'm going to make another, I'm going to make a video just on this attack strategy. It's a Queen Walk into a Golem bowler king push, and it's a brilliant strategy that I really love to see at Town Hall 9. And the reason why it's really powerful, first of all, you get a lot done with your queen, funneling, you get some troops down, plus you don't have to actually use a heal spell for the bowlers, because what you're hoping is your healers will lock onto your bowlers and heal them up, and that's exactly what happened. They hit a giant bomb outside front, and then the healers heal them up. And then on the back end, all you do is La Low. Now, do you have to do La Low? No. You could bring hogs on the back end. It can be a Queen Walk Go Boho or a Queen Walk Go Bo La Low. It just depends on the base and what happens and all that good stuff. So anyways, look at this. King is still alive. Queen still has ability. He's got every single bowler up as well. And the Golem has a couple Golemites left. And it's just massacred, guys. It's massacred out of this craziness here, beautifully executed. It's a strategy that y'all need to run and make sure you try it. But thank you guys for a beautiful video. I guess I'm gonna have to show, you know what, I'll end it with some Dark Looter Z hits. I'll end it with well, that was a dip. Let's where are they? Okay, Bum. We're going to have to pick down Sin's base, I guess. Sin is going to get hit by Bum, and what are they going to... Oh, lo and behold, another Queen Walk La Low. But Dark Looters had 8 10v10s. They would have actually beaten every other clan this past week except us. They were on fire. We just had it together as well. So props to Dark Looter Z. They are an incredible clan. They have really amazing attackers. They actually do really well on 10v10. And they did well on the hit ups. Actually, they did well all around. What am I talking about? Anyways, Bum coming in against Sin, and this base is going to get annihilated. Well, not annihilated, but it's going to get hit hard. Anyways, so he's going to use the Queen. We're going to speed this up just a little bit, and we'll finish it off with a Spartan's Legacy. I mean, not a Spartan. I mean, what do you call it? Dark Looter's hit. So very nice use of the wall breakers. Went on that T junction, so it opened up this core. He didn't have to double break in. It was a very nice executed. Now, why is he charging in here? Now, this seems kind of crazy. Well, look at the value of this charge. He's out of range of the Infernos, which you always look for with Queen Walks. Typically, sometimes you can charge into an Inferno Tower, depending how easy it is. If you encounter the CC before it just all depends, guys. It really just depends. But nonetheless, the Queen Walk's going to get huge value, because by the time the Queen gets to this Inferno Tower within range, it won't matter. The Queen will be able to clear all these sort of defenses before it locks on. So it will get this Inferno, and then he's going to La Low to get this other Inferno. Again, I'm not going to pause it, but you would never bring in your Lalo at 9. I mean, it's just dumb because the queen's going to go over there and get it. See? You see that with her ability, she'll get that last one. So you need the Lalo, this one at 3 o'clock to guarantee. I mean, it's just common sense to me. Maybe it's not common sense to you, but that's something you just have to plan for before you hit your raid. You can easily plan that because you know the queen will go over there and get the 9 o'clock Inferno, not the 3. How the walk was going. I mean, that's just common sense. Very nice, beautiful hit. Queen survived to the very end. Eventually going to die? Yeah, eventually died by that last cannon, but no matter. He got plenty of minions left, plenty of loons left, and Destruction City from Dark Looter Z. But guys, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recap. Give it props to Spartans Legacy, the greatest clan in the world. They just inspire me every week and every day, and I have nothing but amazingness to say. Come back for more. Maybe I'll show the rest of the hit-ups. You can see my attacks, or if you want to, but y'all probably already saw them on stream, but I'll have to put those in a little bit later, I guess, on a separate video, because I'm special. Much more special than Lloyd. Where's my egg, Lloyd? Lloyd, egg. See you guys. Inside joke. Peace out, guys. Halo out. Tally ho.